Welcome to this episode 7 of my life. A month later, it's, let me see, it's 14th of August of 2025. Start from the beginning. As you know, I had I had the plan of my life in Barcelona with my sister. I had a couple of days there. The whole experience was just wonderful. Sometimes I forget how great my sister is. How I can rely, this is the only person I can rely on to really have a company. Even if we don't talk, she's the person that could understand me better than myself. She always tries to be the bridge for me and the world. Um, but yeah, it was great. We had lots of fun. We ate so much food. And I was so happy because we were staying over with wonderful friends. And I had so good conversations while I was there. I was able really to connect and to not be so attached to taking pictures and stuff. It was great. It was Mariam, her friend, and her husband, which are two souls that found each other, and they're great. They're a young couple who is really, they found what they meant to each other. They got married, and then they are working to through a happier life because he knows what he wants to be, is a professional and a personal, and also her journey is really similar to his. And yeah, it's pretty rare to see these days a couple that is really young and knows and works for their goals, which is great. I cooked for them one of the days. I cooked a Cuban plato combinado, a variety of a lot of plátano frito, which is the plantain fried, rice, beans, and aguacate. And I think that's it. I'm not sure. I will probably leave you with a couple of pictures, of photos. Also, I had to see my friend from school, Amaya, which is she's doing so great. I'm really proud of her. I saw her grown up because I haven't seen her maybe in the last 2 years. And it's good to keep in touch with people who you can 2 years later sit on a table and talk for hours as if time hasn't passed at all. She's one of those friends. I have very few friends, but those I cherish the most. And I'm so happy and so grateful that she came from Madrid to Barcelona to see me and to spend time with me. It means a lot, a lot. And we went to the beach with her sister, and we went to a restaurant. We spent the whole day, we spent 2 days together, one afternoon and one whole day at the beach. It was such a great time, so carefree, so unplanned, because when we started the day, we wanted to go and catch one train. Then we missed it because we asked the person if that's the train, and they told us that it's not. So we didn't got in, and we had to wait half an hour for the next one. And then those things that I'm not going to be at exact that time, and I was so stressed about it. And my sister just, I saw her how, well, we'll spend half an hour more, just the three of us, her friend, her and me. We went to Leoni Torres, the concert. That was the plan for going there. It was amazing. He's for me a whole artist. The word artist, it's being used so much that has lost his value. For me, an artist is a person who writes their melodies, their the letters, the it's a poem. His words are so beautiful inside those, just touching your heart every time that he sings. And it was amazing, an experience that I will probably be the proudest person that I can be, because he is my favorite artist, my favorite singer, my favorite style of music. Salsa for me is life. I love to dance, I love to listen, I enjoy every moment, every kind of salsa. But he, with the words that he uses, are so beautiful. Life just becomes just a little bit more colorful, just a little bit more. You get a little bit more joy out of everything, out of just the sound of the breeze right now that is coming from the balcony. I'm watching the basil just moves and enjoys being moved by the wind. I'm not sure if I'm transmitting this correctly, if you can understand me, but his music makes me feel things even more and enjoy life. Enjoy, because music is a very vital part of everybody. People who can listen, really listen to the music, they know what I'm talking about. They know that music, it's not something you put on the background and you don't even think about what they're saying. Is every component, every instrument, every pause, every letter, every word that it's been used to transcender is the word. To transcend, to transcend. I think it's transcend the word. Uh, Leoni Torres always says, mi música transciende. Y si transciende, ya hizo su trabajo. Amazing. He was better, like far better than I was expecting it to be on live. He's so down to earth, so great to see him, how he enjoys singing, because a lot of artists, they lose their motivation, and it's understandable. I was a dancer for many years, and I cannot imagine myself still doing this, still dancing.
Hoy quiero darte todo lo que ansío, quiero gritar que eres el amor mío. Hoy quiero vivir intensamente amor, quiero que sea contigo. Amanecer desnudos en tu cara, que nos sorprenda el sol de la mañana. Hoy quiero sentir ese romance amor que no lo impida nada.
I had to quickly rearrange my station because my boyfriend got home, and I am filming in the most opened area of our apartment, so I had to do a compromise. I had to compromise with my location. But this is great too. It's a little bit messy, but those are my clothes for later, and that's my luggage for. I'm going on a trip to see my sister and my mom with the train. So where I was in, oh, Leoni Torres, a whole artist. It's really sad to see how something that was normal, you write your own lyrics, you do your own melody, it's has lost itself But I'm really happy that I found someone who still does that kind of music, and he brings me to my family. I am at I'm 10,000 kilometers away from them, and with his music I'm able to feel closer to them because I grow up with that kind of music, and his words, the way he sings, the way he behave himself at the stage that night was very familiar to me. Like, for a moment I was with my family. For a moment I was in my country, in Cuba, with these warm people who are my family, or even people who I don't know, but they are also warm, welcoming, and naturally authentic. They are authentic. They know that the situation is not great in the country, but they are still finding reasons to smile and to spend time together. Yeah, that's it. With the Leoni Torres, I will cherish every moment of that concert till the end of my days. I fell in love so much, so hard, so deep, that I've been listening to him. Every time I want to listen to music, I listen to him. He's someone that I can listen every day, at every hour, at every stage of my headspace, my thoughts, everything. He just calms me, and it's a joy because I know he's truly that I listen every day. He truly sings that way on a live, and you can feel it. You can feel his love for what he does.
Yo soy cubano, soy cubano 100%. Soy cubano, lo llevo en el corazón. Yo soy cubano, canto con mis sentimientos. Yo soy cubano, pa' una isla con dolor. Cuba soy yo, yo soy cubano. Cuba soy yo soy cubano.
We went to the beach, and to another beach, which was great. I was impressed by the amount of Balkanic languages that I encounter on that beach. Almost every country on the Balkans was on that beach, but it was great. And we spent the day there, and yeah, just hanging out, um, eating, and enjoying a good vacation. We went to see our grandma, not by blood, by choice. She was staying with her son, and we spent the whole afternoon there. It was lovely to see her again. I haven't seen her maybe in 2 years, 3 years. I haven't seen her in 3 years, and she looked really good. I was so happy to see her, and I still was with the mindset of, we have a train, we have to catch it. To catch a train, it's a train at 6 p.m. The next one is at 8. It's really late, and I was still in that mentality that we have to do the plan, we have to strictly obey it. And then my sister just looked at me and said, I just want to spend just an hour or two more with her. Just enjoy her company. She needs us as much as we need her. That statement made me just sit on the couch and enjoy the afternoon and try to calm my mind and to see that my sister, is talking about spending time with someone who we haven't seen her in a couple of years, and I am worried about some stupid train. Yeah, I am just full of stupid thoughts of discipline. We have to do this at that time. A strict every moment. I have to be strict. I have to have my back, um, my shoulders down, my back right. I never got the thought that I wasn't really relaxing. I was doing it su- on the superficially. I was mimicking that I was on vacation until she told me that. She told me, well, and then the train that we catch that was supposed to be at 8 came at 9:30 or something like that, and we were at home at 11 or something, and nothing happened. We spent a great time with her. We did everything. We ate, we talked, we just stared at each other and enjoy our company. And then for an hour and a half late train, we talked to our dad. Just enjoyed, really enjoy time. Yeah, we were really able to enjoy it. And then on the train back, she slept the whole way, and I read a book and really started to understand why is so important to have a vacation, why we tried every time to be so disciplined. Do not procrastinate, do not do nothing. You have always to do something, you have always to have everything planned. And life doesn't happen that way for most of the people. If you don't stop to enjoy life, just to enjoy moments of their life, stop and enjoy the motion that is surrounding you, you will miss it, and you will be like me, that I've been missing so much moments of stillness, moments of just pure don't do anything. Relax and enjoy. Just go to the park and enjoy every people, every person that comes and goes, how busy their mind is. And maybe you will see another person who is doing just the same as you. No distractions, no AirPods, no earphones, no phones, no nothing. Just enjoying, and you will connect with that person so much deeper than with a lot of your friends, because nobody could understand you even if you explain them. But with that contact, no words, just looking and enjoying, you communicate more than you can say. Yeah, that vacation made me realize that I cannot force discipline in every corner of my life. Even though I'm a ballerina, graduated from school, I've been in disciplinary school, because ballet school is disciplinary, is all about discipline, for many years of my life. And graduating, that came with me, that discipline, which I'm really grateful, but I'm trying to find my balance. Well, we came back, and the next day I spent with my family, went to buy a ticket for the train, because I had my practice in Varna, which is 600 kilometers from Sofia, the capital, where is my family from. And yeah, I spent 8 hours in the train. It wasn't that bad, but it was a lot of time. and and then I started to attend the clinic, which wasn't the best. Um, it wasn't something that I would do again. I didn't like it. for a number of reasons. I will explain now. First,
So expensive. I cannot treat a patient and know how much it costs, as in instruments and medicine that I've used, and then my work maybe is the same amount as, I don't know, or maybe a little bit expensive, the supplies I've been using, like the instruments and stuff. But you cannot charge for numbers, two, three, four, 5,000, thousand of labor, just an operation. I know that sometimes the fractures of the legs or the spine are complicated, but you cannot charge that amount of money. People don't work, so they don't have that kind of money. And a whole month that I was there, I got to see the most expensive cars that I've seen in a very long time. And I got to understand that, yes, maybe sometimes people are in a normal financial situation where they cannot afford to pay for their dog 3, 4,000 levels for something, or 1,000 for a tomography exam with some blood work. But most of the people who came were people who have cars that cost more than my apartment. That's the reality. You attend, you care for the patient, the animal that is on the table, and then when it's time for them to pay, you're not the one that they're giving their money. They're giving their money to the clinic, and almost all the doctors were frankly unhappy, honestly, unfulfilled, and brutally honest, miserable. Every one of them told me that if they have a chance to get out of that place, they will. And three of them, uh, they got off in the end of the month because they couldn't do this anymore. You charge for one visitation, one procedure, more than what you are paying them for a month. Is that it's extremely unethical, and you're not paying them the money that you are taking from the owners. You have doctors who are 24 hours thinking about their cases, and you are what exactly? Paying them what you do in one day from one patient. I don't see how this is fair. This is very far from fair. Also, it's a business. Before, the lives are copper clothes for dogs that help the wounds to heal better and faster. No shit, bro. That's not scientifically proved. Maybe because he's not licking it because he has clothes on it. It will be healing faster, but it's not because of the copper. It's because it has a bandage over it. It has something to cover it. It's a magazine. It's a business. It's an industry that is growing so fast, and they have a lot of clients. I'm happy that they have a lot of clients. That means that there are a lot of wealthy people in Varna. Yeah, not my thing. I cannot charge that kind of money for something that I know it's a routine. Maybe for a life-saving operation, I will understand how much they charge. But blood work, 50 euros for what? For me to take some blood and to give it to the machine, and the machine does all the work. That machine, it's been paid off maybe the first 100 exams, and they do maybe 50, 60 a day blood work exams. Like I said, not my thing. Yeah, clinic wasn't the best. People are really unhappy there, stressed, overworked. And if this is your calling, if caring for animals is your calling, I don't understand why you're doing it a business. Everything is money for them. Everything is the more, the better. I don't think this is the way when we are trying to save lives. We are trying to prevent a lot of diseases, a lot of illnesses. Yeah. Okay. Let's go forward, because I can really talk about a lot of the business tactics they use, and I think a lot of the other clinics also use to make money from people who are not aware of the real cost of things. I'm not sure if I can say. Well, the positive thing is that I understood how I don't want to work, where I don't want to see myself involved. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is really important thing to know what you don't want to do. Yeah.
I was in the food safety. I was in the food safety department in the governmental organization. We were in the laboratory in lab work, which was great. A whole week I spent there. People were so nice, so sunny, so fresh, and I really liked it. Yeah. Um, we spent a week there, and then a couple of times I went to a slaughterhouse to do a hygiene inspection, to take a couple of samples from pork meat for a zoonosis disease. And yeah, a couple of other places we went to do a hygienic checkup and to see if everything was in order. And we went a lot to the beach. A lot to the beach. We went. I spent a lot of time every week dancing with a couple of people who I met in Varna. And it was in the beginning wasn't that good because nobody knew me, but in the end I was pretty pleased with what I've achieved with a couple of people. Yeah, and that was it. We went a lot to the beach. We did day shift, night shifts. Um, 160 hours of clinic work, a lot for our standards, because we were at the same time going to the food safety organization. A lot of things. In Barcelona, we met these two really kind uncles. I will be probably leaving in the end the clip from them. The one with the guitar is so good and a great performance, a great singer. And the other one is just, he just stays there and just enjoys and helps the other one with, I don't know, maybe inviting people. I'm not sure. They're a great duo. Great. I probably do an update in the end of August. Yeah, with what I've done for August. But yeah, a couple of things. But I'm now hungry, so I'm going to have a lunch. Yeah. I'm leaving you with the dynamic duo in the middle of Barcelona. Bye.
Sitio de mi alma que se arranca sin piedad. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va, es un pedazo de alma